Hello, friends. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Deborah's Money Journey. I want to thank you all for being here today with me. Happy August to everybody. It is the eighth month of the year. It is quite incredible how fast the time has gone. I know people are gearing up. School is going to be starting soon. So, yes, time marches on. And the question is, are you budgeting still? Are you saving? Are you preparing for those rainy days? Guys, I've had quite a few rainy days, and I tell you, I feel very defeated about it, but I'm grateful for budgeting, for having tools in place and funds to kind of weather the storm, but it's not always easy. So let's get into the budget for August so I can share what I expect to happen this month. Some good things, some not so good things, but we're going to get started. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I love to talk about budgeting, saving money, cash stuffing, all those fun things that have to do with making sure your financial future is prepared. And actually, I would say your present financial situation, because things happen on a day-to-day basis. We want to make sure that those ducks are in a row as well. All right, so let's talk about August. So for my payroll income, I'm going to budget $9,500. Extra funds that are rollover money that's sitting in my account, I'm going to roll over $1,000. And then for my sinking funds, because I have a lot of expenses ahead of me, I'm going to pull $2,800. That money is going to come from my home sinking fund, my emergency fund, and my travel sinking fund. So I'm pulling money from all of those funds. And so my total income is going to be $13,300. That is what I budgeted for the month. All right, so let's get into our fixed expenses. I always start with my housing. Well, first of all, giving. I don't share that amount, but I do have giving in my budget. I just don't share the total amount for privacy. All right, my mortgage includes my taxes, my insurance. I'm budgeting $3,700.25. That is what my payment is going to be for the month of August. My HOA fees, $257.99. That is what I am budgeting. Now, supplemental taxes, last month I had to pay $1,000 in supplemental taxes. The next payment is due in October. So I'm going to leave this here as a placeholder because I don't want to forget about it. But for now, that's zero. All right, my electric bill is $226.94. My water bill is $56. Moving on to my gas, that is $35. My car insurance is $163.50. My internet is $70. Now, interesting, last month it was $70 even though I've been paying $71.25. So I don't know. We'll see if this is a new price for some reason. My life insurance is $69.05. And then my cell phone's $133. So guys, I'm expecting to spend about $4,711.73 on my fixed expenses. Okay, so let's move on to subscriptions. I have my Sirius XM for $7.99. Google membership, $6. My Microsoft Office, $9.99. My Canon, my printer service is $7.67. Now that amount was supposed to be lower this month. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't check it. So it could be less. If it is, I'll make the adjustment on my actual spending. But I think I lowered this to about $4 a month instead. Okay. My Apple storage is $9.99. And then my water service is $53.27. So they have been giving me about 3 5-gallon bottles, and sometimes they give me four. This month they gave me a 24 pack of waters, which it's kind of odd because I didn't order the water, but it was added with the 5 gallon waters, and you have to pay for it, but it's almost like, why would I buy it from you all when really you're going to put a fee on it? So, they deliver it when you're not home. Usually you're at work. So really there's not a lot I can do. It's already been delivered. Okay. So my total subscriptions is going to be $94.91 for the month. All right. My variable expenses for the month. Okay, so groceries, I have lowered my groceries. Usually it's about 600, but I am going out of town this month for 4 days. So I don't think I'm going to need, as much money. 4 days is not a lot of days, but I'm going to lower this because I shouldn't have to spend as much on groceries. Okay, so 550 is what I'm budgeting for gasoline. I lowered this a little bit, 375 for gasoline. All right. My allowance is $200. I usually give myself $200 for the month. The car wash is about $40 that I get, and I get a car wash once a month, even though in the summer I've noticed my car is a lot dirtier, the dust and just all the grimy things. So I may have to have 2 car washes a month. So we'll just see how it goes, but I do know my car is very dirty right now. So this one may have to be changed and upped a little bit. Okay, so I finally got my P.O. box, guys. I'll be sharing that information in one of my videos, the address for my P.O. box. So yes, I have been kind of waiting for a while, but that is taken care of. I spent $122 for 3 months. All right, household supplies, I'm budgeting $50 for that. Eating out, $200 for the month. I did have one birthday, even though I may end up with two. I just don't know when the second person's birthday celebration is. But if that is in the month of August, I'm going to have to increase this amount. But so far, it was just one, and that gift was $100. I'm in like a friends group birthday club, and we give each other $100 on our birthday. So I love September because when my birthday comes, I get a nice chunk of change. So it's really nice to get those $100 from all of your friends. All right. Seasonal activities. So I talked about the cruise. I'm going to budget $500 because that will include, spending money, any extra money that I didn't account for while I'm on the cruise, excursions, etc. Because I feel like there's going to be some spending. I found out the parking just to park your car to go on the cruise, it's going to be about $100 for to park your car, which is unbelievable. Oh, guys, I don't know. The spending and the cost for everything, it's just, you just shake your head because it's unbelievable sometimes the amount of money we're expected to pay for everything. All right, grooming. Now, I was supposed to have my dog groomed last month, but guys, my groomer ended up getting injured. She wasn't able to do any grooming. So hopefully this month she'll be okay because it's hot. He needs a cut desperately. So hopefully that will work out. All right, insurance deductible is $2,500. And if you all saw my last short, we know that the water issue that I had from last month was really, it was a symptom of a much larger issue. I had a plumber come, they reviewed everything, they checked out what was going on, and it's going to be a pretty big project. My insurance company has been contacted. I'm waiting for them to get the claim all settled. My deductible is $2,500. So I may have to use money from my emergency fund, my home savings account, um, or should I say my home sinking fund? I call it my home savings because it's monies that I save in a savings account for home related expenses, but it's really just my sinking fund. So $2,500 is going to be set aside. Now that may end up being more money. I don't know, but I do want to just kind of prepare myself for another large expense for this month. All right. And I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to stay calm about it because I had to take deep breaths. I have to try to be positive about this whole situation because it is not easy to talk about it right now. But I'm just hoping that everything works out and I can get this behind me once and for all. All right, unbudgeted is $300. And I might use that $300 for boarding. I completely forgot that I have to board my dog because I'm going on that cruise. I forgot about it, guys. And I think last time I went on a trip for about 4 days, I actually think it was a little over 300. It was probably 400 and something dollars, but I think it was because it was a holiday fee in there. So we'll see. Hopefully it's going to be less. I have to book that right away because time is of the essence. But yeah, so I'm going to probably have to use the unbudgeted for that purpose because I didn't add that as a line item. Okay, so my total variable expenses are $5,047. Okay, so let's go to debt. My Discover credit card, I'm budgeting $300 for that. My Sam's Club credit card, $300 for that one. Now, my Ally Bank credit card, this is the one I said I was going to pay off at the end of July. I already have the rest of the money. And actually this money, even though it's for August, I received it on the last day of July. I have the money to pay off this credit card. So yes, I'm very happy about that. So once I make that payment, this credit card will be wiped out. And then my Wells Fargo, of course, that one is paid off. So these two credit cards are done. I just have to worry about these other two. It's going to take me a little longer because I owe a lot more money than what I owed on the Wells Fargo and the Ally credit card. So the total debt I am going to be paying down is $750 for the month. All right, so my investments, I'm going to send $1,000 towards investing and about $350 to my Roth. So I've been looking at my investment accounts for the month of July, the month of June, the month of May, and it has not really been anything exciting. The number, as far as, increase in your investments or to see growth, I just don't see it, guys. It's just really stagnant. The numbers are stagnant. So all of my, really focused investing and savings is just uneventful, to be honest with you. And I just kind of feel like I'm losing steam on this because I don't even feel excited about sharing my investment numbers and my savings because the market is doing terribly. And my accounts, no matter how much money I put in them, it doesn't move. The growth is not there. And so, yeah, it's very uneventful. And honestly, I don't even want to look at the numbers right now because it's very discouraging to look at them. But that is what's going on. I mean, I hope soon we'll see some increases, but at this point, I don't know. I guess I'll wait and see what happens for the month of August. All right, so my total investments are $1,350. My savings, I'm going to send $200 to my savings account, a little less than I normally send, but I have a lot of expenses this month. And, I'm sure there's probably expenses I haven't even thought about because, again, sometimes it's hard to put your budget together on the first of the month. When some things pop up, or because they're very unexpected or very sporadic, you can forget about them easily. And it always seems to be you have to spend more money than less. So I'm just going to lower what I'm saving this month, and then I'm going to send $100 to my emergency fund. I wish it was more because I keep tapping into my emergency fund, and I am really not happy about that. So the total savings is going to be $300 for the month. And then when we get to sinking funds, I'm going to save $400 for my sinking funds. That's about $200 a paycheck. And that's normal. I usually do that. I have been trying to save more, but again, this month is just not going to happen. I have way too many expenses, and so it is what it is. And then for my sinking funds, I am going to set aside $500 for that. And so all in all, $900 for my sinking funds. That's what I plan to spend. So my total budget is $13,153.64. So I have about $150 wiggle room. I mean, that's it. Now, do I keep a buffer in my account? Yes, I do. I am not zero based. I like to keep a little bit of money in my checking account as a cushion, and I use that money when sometimes a category is more than I thought. And if I can use the cushion before I start tapping into my sinking funds or savings, then that's what I'll do. But I do, again, like to keep some extra money on hand. All right, guys, so for the month of August, I'm budgeting $13,300. That's where we're at. That is how it is looking. And let's hope that it's not going to be too bad. Fingers crossed. I hope this month is okay. And I hope your month is going good. To those who are going back to school, be safe out there. To those who are starting new jobs, congratulations. And to all of my friends out there who may not be a budgeter, start budgeting. You won't regret it. It really keeps your money in order and it gives you a plan for your money. Well, friends, that is all the time I have. I hope everybody has a wonderful month. Take care, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye.